you're coaching in the OHL now. Um, not that you would have known what coaching is, but like now it's detailed teaching.
It's
Like
different.
yeah.
It's different for sure. I wish I could go back a little bit.
In what way?
Just that simplification of hitting the net. Like we don't talk about it enough. Just getting
Like
puck.
just like right now, as you coaching, talking to your players, hit the net. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty important.
It doesn't seem to be said enough though. We're always worried about, oh, where's your toe caps? Are they facing the wall? Like it's okay if they're the other way once in a while. It happens, but we don't talk about, finishing our checks, and when we say that, just going across people, making them stop their feet. We're so technical, and you got to angle and do this and do that. How about you just run the guy once in a while? It's okay. We've all realized it, and I know all of us in the room are watched playoff hockey. It's a different ball game right now.
Huh.
It's a different game.
Well, we did a podcast about that. I talk about any player that I play with or coach too. It's like it's awesome that you're skilled. It's awesome. It's great. It's great to see, but it's like almost every player is the same player almost.
Oh yeah, in the regular season.
In the regular season.
Yeah.
And then what are you going to do differently? And then that's where you got your regular season player, and then you got your playoff players. And those
Crazy,
guys, yeah, it's crazy. But funny you said that about hitting the net. And speaking about Mark Hunter, so I was speaking with him about 2 weeks ago, talking about a player, and he goes, "Yeah, there's something about I like this guy. He gets shots, he gets his shots through, he hits the net. He goes, hockey's pretty easy. Just hit the net, shoot the puck, we get him through."
Yeah,
it's so funny that you talked about that because he was, one of the most respected guys in hockey, to be honest. And he's just saying the simplest thing is, he gets shots through and hit the net. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, you'll get him out, get him in.
Yeah,
not that hard.
Not that hard.
We always try and complicate it and push the pace and got all these terms of craziness when it's basically just, can you get it out and can you get it in and go to work?
Yeah, and then like you said, to start finishing some hits here and there.
Yeah,
it's not a bad thing to do.
No, it'll help you. It'll help the team.
100%. So, okay, I want to talk a little bit about your coaching. You started in Sarnia with Trevor. Great guy, by the way.
Phenomenal.
Really is. He's doing well in Montreal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing well. Talk to him still a lot?
Yeah. He talked for about a half hour yesterday. He's back in town. His wife and 2 kids, actually, they live out this way. So, he has his home base here still. So, he's back here. We'll get together here next week sometime. He's got the list right now.
Yeah. You have your soda water.
Yeah, I can have some soda waters. Pee the bed again.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Pee the bed again. Okay, I want to just ask you about coaching. So, like, what do you like about it, and why? Yeah, what do you like about it, first of all? Like, is it? Because I know the type of person you are. Like,
I think the main thing for me is, it doesn't feel like work. So that is number one. I love helping young players achieve their goals and making them better people. So if you could take those 2 things that I just said about helping them achieve their goals and making them better people, that is my goal for them and myself. So is that considered coaching? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's
the same answer almost that I give. People consider me a skills coach, and if you ask me what I do, that's not what I say. I say, like, my what drives me is the exact same thing as I like to in some way have a difference in someone's life,
for sure,
and make their life better.
Yeah.
So because even in the Ontario Hockey League, you got a higher percentage of guys that could be professional players.
Yeah.
Well, I work with pros, I work with juniors, and I work with younger. So the percentage of kids that are going to make a living or get school paid out of hockey is very small.
We already talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, right.
Yeah. Oh,
so it's very small. So, like, if my job is to if I set a goal, if I want everyone to play pro or get a scholarship, but that's not good.
It's unrealistic.
And then my relationship with people would be strictly on hockey.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what I try to do, and I get a lot of fulfillment out of that. It's to say, at the end of the day, I was nice to this kid, even though he wasn't the best kid on the ice. I try to find what his goals are, and I try to help him get there.
Yeah.
But it's exactly that: is give him hopefully I'm not, I'm not Gandhi or anything, but I do Gandhi. I don't know. I was thinking, I can say Jesus Christ, but that's, I don't know. But I
Okay. Or Gandhi.
yeah, or Gandhi.
A little bit of a different
Yeah.
vibe, but
Yeah. But I'm not. But I really truly want the kid that I trained when he was 14. If he sees me at Tim Hortons when I'm, 5 years from now, and he's an adult, and he's actually like, "Hey, coach," and he wants to talk to me,
For
and,
sure.
and he got something, and he learned something, and that's the greatest thing. So that's a good drive right there.
Yeah, for sure. And I'll give just one example of it, just because it's really recent. Is I got a text about a month ago, I guess it would be now. Wyatt Johnson was coming back to play at Little Caesars, Dallas. We had already just lost to Kitchener. Sent me a text. It was probably about 10 o'clock at night, the night before the game. He said, "Hey, I'd really like you to come to the game tomorrow." I was like, "I'll be there." I said, "Just leave me 2 tickets. I'll pay for them. Just make sure you put them away for me." Sure enough, I go to get an email next morning. You think I had to pay for those tickets? Like, just a good kid, and it came real quick, right? That thing about talking about seeing and helping them and get those results. It was just nice. Within a year, I know it's a special player, but it happened really quick, which was awesome.
Yeah.
And I was only a part of his hockey for 1 year.
It's something to be pretty. It's a neat feeling. Like, I know you've been there and you've coached them last year and all that stuff, but when you see one of your players playing in the National Hockey League live, for me, my first one that I went to was Ryan Wilson. So when he was playing in Detroit,
Playing in his golf tournament May 20th, by the way. I just talked to him actually 2 days ago.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. He's great. So that was the first one for me,
Mhm.
and it was in Detroit. So he got me a ticket and stuff, same as you. And I was sat there, not in awe, but I was like, there's a pride that I said, and not because I want to say this the right way. It's not the pride that I did that. It was the pride that I had
helped them. For
and
sure.
he wanted me there, and I watched this kid play like against the freaking Detroit Red Wings, man, and it was cool. And then I obviously went to see Aaron and Webby and a few guys like that. And it's a real cool thing when they actually want you there. And I was able to take my kid to those games, and it was a pretty cool thing. So okay, so now with the coaching, you said you like to help guys. So, and I think this part is really important for kids when they come through, because you said earlier is like you want kids that want to be helped. So if I'm a kid, I just want to change it from being a coach. If you're a kid now, what is it that what are the things that are going to get the coach attracted to a kid? Like, and I'm talking, you go any direction you want. An easy kid to coach that you want to help.
There's a few things that I look for that I'd like to see, and I'll use eye contact. It's very simple. When somebody's talking to you, don't be looking up around in la la land. So I know you're engaged and you're listening. That's number one. I love the kids. I know this is old school, but when they're changing on their shifts, when they're coming off, they're giving everything they got, and they're gonna blow snow.
Oh, you mean like when they're actually making a line change?
Yeah,
100%.
That kid, to me, I like those kids.
He gets little details.
He got it.
I got to get off. Someone else got to get on.
So let me go as fast as I can.
Yeah.
Like, I've had a kid that came and he almost fell like into the gate because he came so fast, and we were like, "Hey, like, I get it, but like, just slow it down a little bit." But those are the kids I think that get some details, and so I know it's only 2 things, but isn't that crazy that you can just see 2 things, and those are the guys that I think I want to be around, because I know they're listening and they're getting some details.
There's a care factor.
Cares.
Just shows, right?
Yeah.
So in me, I would say the same thing. When I get a group out there and they don't speak, like if I say, "Do you guys understand the drill?" and they're all trolling for flies.
Yeah.
I make them speak, because like for a player, like if you're a coach and you say something to me and I just look at you, the answer to me, like, or to you, is probably like, maybe you don't understand. But if you say yeah, then yeah is yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
if you ask a question, you're usually looking for a response. Yeah. And as coaches, I think we need to ask more questions not dictate so much. If we ask, well, you can use your son here, like he comes to the rink one day and I just say, hey, how was your day at school? He's automatically engaged a little bit more with me because I'm not saying, hey, dipshit, you're -3 last night. Let's go watch some video. You think that matters right now? You know what I mean? So, like you said, asking questions and not always hockey questions is a good thing as well.
Yeah. Would you agree? And I'm asking this. I'm not looking for an answer. I'm looking for an answer.
I can give you one if I have it.
Yeah, that's no. But I mean, I'm not looking for you to answer my way. Would you agree with this? I find the most successful kids that I teach, and I think that's probably goes around, would be the kids that are willing to work on the thing that they don't like to do. They work on the thing. I don't want to say relentlessly, but they will put the time into it. Like they don't like not being able. Like if I said, Andy, we got to work on some skating, like you're going to be there, or just some little details. Like it might be a kid picking up pucks off the wall. He's just not good at, like, actually spending the time and asking questions and figuring it out. Do you find, would that be a fair statement?
For sure. I think you always got to work at the things you're not good at. With that being said, you always got to continue to work on the things you're good at too. Because it's one thing, like we talked about earlier with my skills were always there, but I felt they slipped through the years because I didn't work on them all the time. Not that they slipped. I'm trying to use the word. They weren't refined. And it was easy to get back, but I think you constantly got to keep on working on things. Obviously, your deficiencies need to be worked on, but also the things you're good at, don't ever take it for granted that they just stay there. If you're a great skater, continue to get better even. Like, just don't be satisfied, I guess I'd say, with having the best shot. Keep on working at it. Then obviously, like you said, those kids that realize what they're not good at and want to get better at it, that's a great thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you got time for that kid. Eh?
Oh yeah.
So the opposite of that is, where is it where you, I don't want to say lose a kid, but like, because I'll just go my perspective with training guys. I've got some patience, like a little bit. I got some patience. I got some margin for maybe your house isn't the greatest house to come from today. Maybe a couple excuses for you, but at the end of the day, it's like you're going to start losing me pretty quick if I don't get a certain response or a certain effort level. So what like, and I'm talking like in the OHL.
Well,
like
I use the adage, everybody has a bad day. Everybody has a day where they're not themselves. Everybody says something one time that they don't mean. Everybody's allowed to make a mistake, is what I'm saying. So it's when it keeps on being repeated and it's the same and it's the same and it goes on, and you're trying to help and you're trying and it's just not working. That's when it's time maybe for us to move on. That's how guys get traded. That's how guys get sent down, or things happen. So I'm fully aware that young kids make mistakes, and I have zero issue with that. But if you keep on making the same ones over and over and over, and that's on and off the ice both, then we're going to have an issue. And it's not just me, it's you're going to have an issue with your teammates. You're going to have an issue all around.
Yeah. Well, and then it comes down to, like, when, and I think maybe I want to go this way right now, is, when you go, a kid that comes into the OHL, guys are in a rush. They want to be 16. Everyone wants to be a 16-year-old kid, and then they realize they don't get necessarily as much ice.
Everybody wants to be a flanker on the power play.
Yeah.
Okay? Everybody does.
From day one.
Guess what, guys? There's 3 other spots that need to be played. And you can make a lot of money and have a lot of fun in those other 3 spots. So it's okay, mom and dad. He's net front today. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, or he's PK.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that, eh? Yeah, forgot about that. Yeah.
Make a lot of money doing that too?
Yes.
Yes.